What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and welcome to another character rank up video. Alright, so we're going to be ranking up Sandman in this video, so let's go ahead and get him going here. So hopefully I have enough biometrics here, because I'm going to just be using one regular rank up ticket that I have on him, and it is a 5-star one, so let's see if I counted correctly. Okay, so hopefully this will leave us with 320 bios. Yep, there we go. Alright, perfect. So we're going to use one of the 5-star tickets here. There we go. Alright, and then finally we can get him all the way up to 6 stars. Alright, so there we go. So we got Sandman ranked up here. Let's go ahead and share that. Okay, so now let's get him a ISO 8 set. I want to roll a attack-based ISO 8 set on him, so I'm hoping for something between the lines of Power the Angry Hulk oh, there we go, Power the Angry Hulk right when I'm saying that. That was nice and fast, actually, very surprising there. So we're going to go ahead and keep that one. So we do have an ISO 8 set for him now. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills here, see if there's anything we want to level up. Nothing there, nothing there. Here we go. Here's one that we're going to want to level up so that we can get more bonuses here. So it's going to increase his all defense as we go up here, and it's also going to increase the all attack and again the all defense. So it gets all defense twice from this, which is pretty cool. And super armor, of course, which is very useful. I do like super armor on characters because I hate being guard broken. So let's go ahead and level this up. Oh, yeah, we need to level up Sandman first before we can finish leveling up that skill. We got one here. Okay, we got one here, which will, yeah, I thought it would go up since it's only a 50% chance, so now let's go ahead and level this up. It should go all the way up to 100%. So yeah, there we go. It'll go all the way to 100% when we can do the last level here. So those are going to be the skills that I think we should level up on him. Alright, so let's take a look here. His passive, 55% chance when hit to be 100% immune to physical damage, and then pieces of sand fall off, allowing him to pick them up for healing. So that's not too bad. So he does have a heal, kind of like Carnage and other characters where there's just globs on the ground. In this case it'll be sand globs that he can go pick up. This is on a 10-second cooldown, so we'll have to see how many pieces of sand actually fall off to see if he can heal up to full, if it's just going to heal him up part way, or what's going to happen there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and work on his gear. So we're just going to get those to, apparently we're just going to get those to 12s, because I need to level him up. So we're going to do that first. So let's go ahead and get him leveled up to level 60 so that we can finish all this up. So we'll be right back when I get him to 60. Alright, and we're back. So now we have him to level 60, and I finished leveling up his gears to 15, and I gave him a quick obelisk, and we also activated his ISO 8 set. So he's pretty much ready to go now. Oh, and I finished leveling up the last point on each of those skills, so now he is at 100% chance. And we have 15% and 30, or well, character size by 30%, but 15% for all of the bonuses. So let's go ahead and just take a look real fast at what I did. So the gear is just physical attack, we have all defense, we have some HP, and then we have skill cooldown. And he does have skill cooldown as a native stat, as you can see here in orange. So when I get this skill, or this gear up to 20, that bonus from the skill cooldown should allow me to roll some of these to ignore defense, because as of right now he is a little bit under the cap, so I want to get him to about 36% skill cooldown, so he's really close right now. So if I level up that gear one more time just from the gear itself, I should get to the max skill cooldown. And then let's go ahead, the obelisk that I put on right now is just kind of a placeholder. It's a max HP with a damage proc. For Sandman, I think that he would probably work best with a invincibility obelisk, especially for like PvP and then just regular game modes. He does have some damage immunity and a few iframes, so you can get away without the invincibility obelisk, but also he is a viable option for World Boss Ultimate, so that is another reason why you may want to put on a damage proc, is to use him as your World Boss ultimate supervillain main clearer or main DPSer. Because if you are free to play and do not have Carnage, he's probably going to be your next best option, but it doesn't look like as of right now that he is going to be able to outscore Carnage from what I've been seeing so far, that is. That could be proven wrong later on after a few more rounds of testing has been done with Sandman, but as of right now, it still looks like he's going to be probably around the second best that you can get for the Combat Super Villain Day. Alright, and I don't have enough really Nordstones right now to do his masteries. I'll probably just give it about a few points here, but I'm going to make sure that I keep 300 of these Nordstones of Strength, so if I want to tier 2 another character soon that is Strength, I will have enough to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and get him right here to level 3 Mastery. So he has an all-defense leadership. So, I mean, it's not going to be very useful, but you can use it in some cases. So, now that we've taken a look at what I've done to him, let's go ahead and do a few quick gameplays with him just to see how he handles and see how he plays. Alright, so here we are at Shadowlands, so we still have floor 1 available here, so this would be a nice test for Sandman, seeing as he hasn't built up too much, so we're going to want to bring him in here and just see how he can do. So he should be here at the bottom, yeah, there he is. So we're going to try to take him in just by himself and see if he can clear the stage. So he's going to have his just defense leadership, so we're not going to have any damage boost right now for his leadership, so let's see if he has 1, enough DPS, and 2, if he has enough survivability. Alright, so we're probably going to open with his 5th skill so we get that damage immunity. So there we go, get the damage immunity, then we'll buff him up, and then we'll go into his iframe on the 4th skill. And then his 1st skill does have a partial iframe. So there's an iframe partway through the animation when he does the jump. And he does have pretty good crowd control here. So that is nice, because that 4th skill, those pillars of sand are pretty good at keeping the enemies under control. And his damage is looking pretty decent considering he does not have a leadership right now. So far so good. I've yet to notice any of those sand globs falling off of him to heal up with. So either I'm just missing them or it just hasn't procced yet. Because I think it's one hit though, so I guess if I'm crowd controlling him the whole time then I probably won't see those sand globs. Oh, got webbed. So he is doing pretty well actually in both terms of damage and survivability. Oh, we did get a small heal there, so I must have hit one of the sand globs. They must be pretty small though, because I didn't actually see it. So his healing doesn't seem to be too reliable, but his damage is pretty good actually, so considering no leadership, he's not fully mastered yet, I haven't finished any of his gears, that was pretty good, and his survivability was decent because of that damage immunity and crowd control that really kept him alive. But I think if you're going to be doing something like World Boss, you might need a damage immune obelisk or an invincibility obelisk, just because it seemed like without that crowd control, he doesn't have enough time for his iframes and enough time for his damage immunity to be up all the time. So you could pretty much do the full 3 seconds of damage immunity on his 5th skill. You could switch into the iframe on the 4th skill and then buff yourself, and you're probably going to want to run around until you can cast the 5th skill again. And it seems like if you get into trouble, the 1st skill is actually pretty good as a partial iframe because you have to wait till the beginning of the animation has already started until he jumps to get the iframe. So now let's go ahead and try him out in today's world boss. Okay, so here we are at today's world boss. We have Corvus. So we're going to go ahead and use this team here. We have Gorgon for his leadership to give Sandman a little extra boost. And then we have Inferno there for the team up to get a all attack and dodge boost as well. And then we're just going to be using all dodge ignore strikers, except we're going to have Ancient One as our only damage striker. So let's go ahead and bring Sandman in here and see how we can do. Okay, so we got his damage immunity on the 5th, then we got that iframe on the 4th, and then we can buff him up right there with the 3rd skill, start getting some damage going here. So his damage seemed a little low. Because that seemed like it took a while to take down Corvus's first phase there. And it looks like we are paralyzed, even though I can't see what's going on. Alright, so we did get a heal there, so that means we must have hit one of those sand globs somewhere. I did not see it, though. Oh, there it is. I can see it on the ground right behind him. That is a small... There it is. That's really small. That's actually quite difficult to pick up. So his healing doesn't seem like it's going to be too reliable unless you're very accurate with maneuvering your character. Oh, I see those sand globs. Let's see if we can heal. Wasn't too bad, actually. So we're taking quite a bit of damage here, but I think we should be able to get it. As long as we don't get killed right here from that pinwheel. Oh my gosh, he paralyzed us. Knocked me out of my 4th skill. That's not cool. Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're able to get it there with Sandman, so that wasn't too bad. Survivability was a little lower than I thought, because he does have that damage immunity on the 5th and the iframe on the 4th, and I thought that would be enough to keep him alive just using those 2 skills and kind of just running around a little bit. But it seems like he was still taking quite a bit, so probably actually do want to go with a invincibility obelisk on him instead of a damage proc. So I might actually be changing that out on Sandman once I finish mastering him and maybe work on him a little bit more, because he seems like a pretty decent character, so I'm pretty happy about him being my first of the Sinister 6 that I ranked up. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. That was just a first look at Sandman, as I just finished ranking him up right now, so this was the first time playing with him, and yeah, I'm quite happy with him so far. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.